to Newcomer, page 171. When they were outside, Terry continued, I think that it is best if I finish and then you may comment. Not waiting for argument or consent, he said, Last night, as the goddess hid behind the commons wall, I went to the window to watch her leave. I stayed there for a long time, watching the darkness take over the sky, counting the stars as they appeared and watching the moon rise. When the moon was high over the commons, I saw you moving beyond the wall. Terry stopped and looked into Lanice's eyes. I can see that it worries you to know that I saw you in the commons. I do not know if that should bother me or not. What does give me the emotions is something that I saw later. I saw Dr. Matrix hurting you. Oh, Terry, Lanice began, but he stopped her by putting his hand up and shaking his head. His actions were so desperate that Lanice allowed him to finish. I tried to get out of the window. There is no button to open it like the one in your chambers. I picked up a chair to break the Dago plastic. He said the long word perfectly. When I raised the chair over my head, a Matrix came into the room. She wanted me to calm down, calm down. He said the words more with his hands than with his mouth. I tried to tell what was happening, but she kept saying, calm down, calm down. Another Matrix entered the room. She gave me a shot to make me sleep. When I woke up, it was day and you were still gone. I went to the window and I saw you walking towards the castle. They both thought in silence for a moment. Lanice wanted to explain but wasn't able to see the pain in Terry's eyes. Her head swam with the indications of what he had witnessed. She didn't know who was more destroyed by her rape, she or Terry, for now that her match was over with Diana and the shock wearing off, she felt devastated, dirty, and abused. It was becoming clear to her that Fedora's abnormal theory of male equality could be possible. Terry had always been a special charge, and now his mastering of the chamber, his control over his emotion, and his rapid learning of their language were all signs of superior intellect. When he started talking again, she raised her head to look at him, but she couldn't hear his words. The horrid events that had led to this moment made her question everything about her life and the way, and she was terrified. Was there a reason why we came out here? With knitted eyebrows, Lanice bowed her shaking head. What? Terry questioned. I'm sorry, Terry, this is all too much. Looking into his eyes, she asked, Can you repeat what you just said? Her respect pleased him, her misery didn't. He reached out to smooth the hurt from her face. She let him caress her face, but remained sullen. He didn't know if he should continue with his explanation, for he knew that his words were distressing my Matrix, but needing to relate his emotions even more, he finished his speech. After I saw that you were safe, I wondered if I should tell the Matrixes about what I saw, but something else was giving me questions. When I was trying to get out of the room, a Matrix came. I did not call her, she just came. After seeing you this morning, I sat in bed thinking about that. I wanted to see if the Matrix would come without me calling her again. I picked up the pillow and hit myself with it. The Matrix did not come. I tore the cover off the pillow. The Matrix did not come. I shredded the pillow into floating whites. The Matrix did not come. I took the cover and wrapped it around my neck. The Matrix came. I tried to explain, but she would not listen. She gave me another shot. To break the tension, Terry imitated sleep by putting his praying hands under his chin while he closed his eyes, and he giggled. Seeing her laugh, he did not want to go on with what he had to say, but his need was greater. When you or I were talking outside, I saw that look in your eyes, that look that says we should not talk. I knew again that I was right. We are not alone in the chambers, like you said we were. That is the reason why we came out here. Lanice exhaled this information, processing what Terry had said and how he had said it. Thinking about how he looked when she first saw him, she looked to his eyes for that innocence now. There wasn't a trace. Terry wasn't a youth of 16. Terry was a man of 35. Up until Terry, there had never been a charge who had challenged the way in his explanations that though the males were physically mature, they were mentally retarded. If Terry had been born a female, his superior looks would have kept him from the commons and would have gotten him placed in the testing center. If Terry were a girl, testing would have proven that he had substantial intellect, and that would have kept him from becoming a server matrix and would have gotten him placed in the learning center. If Terry were a woman, he would have excelled in the learning center, granting him the title of socialite or maybe even a queen. Because Terry was not a woman, his position was established at birth and would never change no matter how good-looking or intelligent he was. Terry was a male. Terry was in charge. Terry spoke, interrupting Lanisa's thoughts in the dark silence. There are many things that have given me the motions, he said. You, my matrix, have given me the biggest emotions. Your sight gives me the emotions. Your touch gives me the emotions. Your sound, your smell, your hair, your eyes. These all give me emotions. And because I could not help you last night, that gave me the emotions. Anise looked away from the feeling behind his words. He reached for her, placing his fingertips beneath her chin to move her face so that her eyes met his. But, he went on to say, the biggest emotion that I ever felt is the one that I do not like the most. That is the emotion that I feel right now with every lie that you have ever said to me.